Hey everyone, hi. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, yeah, New Year's Eve, Happy Christmas Eve. Just wanted to go ahead and do a video this year, let everybody know what I'm up to. It's the first time I'm doing a major video for public launching, more or less, that's actually of me and not an animation. And so what I wanted to do is, I lost my notes, I set them down. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, what I wanted to do really first is, sorry about that. I had to let Shadow out, and I see him standing at the back door wanting to come back in. So, I may never get this done. But anyways, so I wanted to say thank you to everybody for your major support for me over the past year and then all these years that I've been moving and transforming. Nothing beats a good cookbook on like simple treats made with wheat-free and dairy-free recipes, and it has all the nutritional information at the bottom of the recipes, and we thank you very much, Mom, for that. Also, thank you for the Starbucks coffee. I can't show you that because the computer's sitting on top of the box. And then I have, of course, Larry's gifts to me, which is really cool, and I thank you very much, Larry. And of course, like I said before, thank you everybody who's supported me throughout this past year and everything that I've gone through. Mary, and I had to mention Mary, she gave me a gift. I ate that too. Just real fast, Larry and I decided to go on a cruise back in April of 2011, or sorry, back this past April 2010, and we're going to go in March of 2011. And to that end, one of the things that we both decided to do was go ahead and get in the best shape of our lives, as much as physically possible for two 52-year-old people, right? And Larry, he's been doing P90X and Insanity, and so he was looking really good the last time I saw him, and I'm really proud of him for that. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my transformation story just real fast. I'm not going to belabor it too much, but I just want to, as I was thinking about it and I started pulling out everything that I had, I realized that my transformation has been really phenomenal. I started out in January of 2008 when Larry and I met, and I was about 141 pounds, and 30% of me was body fat. I had 100 pounds of lean body mass at that time. And so I was working on another program, and I got down to about 141 before I left McAllen, Texas, to move up to North Carolina. And I was still about 29% body fat, between 29 and 30% body fat. I was just having a hard time. And even, one of my classmates, Clara, she said that I was looking a lot thinner, but, at the same time, I wasn't doing much in the transition between muscle and body fat. And then so in March of 2009, I started with P90X, and Larry went with me, and I'm so grateful that he did that. We've had a good time trying to feed off each other's workouts. And in 2009, I started out at 27% body fat and 145 pounds. I'm sorry, 141 pounds. I was at 27% body fat and 141 pounds. So I remember that number. And then about a year ago, or no, and then just recently, back in May or June, I took my numbers all over again, and I was weighing about 141, and I was at 23% body fat. And so that was after about a year and a half of doing the P90X, trying to watch my food a little bit more. So I actually lost 4% of my body fat doing P90X. So I didn't know that, really. I never really put it together. But from the beginning of 2008 to about June of 2009, in about 18 months, I went ahead and lost 7% body fat. That's significant. And then the other piece is last week I did another body fat, and I'm weighing 129 now. Mary says it's probably the lightest I've been since I was 12, and she's probably right. I think I joined the Army when I was 135. And there goes Diego behind me. Say hi, Diego. And anyhow, so I'm in at 15% body fat. About 16% body fat if the body fat caliper test that I did is correct. So that's significant. So if you haven't seen me in a long time and you're looking at me and you're thinking, gosh golly gee, Linda, you look awful skinny, that would be the case. And so it's been interesting. And Larry and I, of course, are going on the cruise, and we kick off we leave on home on the 3rd of March, and we'll meet down in Miami because he lives in Virginia and I'm here in South Carolina. And we'll meet down in Miami, and that's on the 3rd. So we have really 60 days to go ahead and finish doing whatever it is that we're going to end up doing. And so I'm going to take the $1 Million Body Challenge and do a little Brazil butt lift. Somebody convinced me that I could go ahead and do that, I'm going to do that. And I'll just share with you from 3 years ago, when I did my first body fat and my body composition, I was 100 pounds of lean body mass 3 years ago, and today, or last week, I am at 108 pounds of lean body mass, which means I'm down, I've cut my body fat by half, and I've gone up 8 pounds on lean body mass. It's no wonder I'm kicking back 1,000 calories in the morning, okay? And so, all right, so, no, Linda, don't promote. Yes, I did start out with Turbo Jam, trust me. I was working out in the gym down there everywhere in El Paso and McAllen. Don't forget, in El Paso in 2003, I started out at 158 pounds. That was 30 pounds ago. So I started out with Turbo Jam. It's the easy workout. And then I went to P90X. Yes, let me promote. Yeah, okay, P90X. I'm no good at this, right? And then back in July, I picked up Turbo Fire. And so Turbo Fire is what really, really went ahead and cut me out and got me where I am. And the problem is still that I'm still falling out over my jeans, and anybody that's, over 50 probably gets that. And last but not least, Shakeology. Gotta love it. So these are the things that I'm using to go ahead and help me look better and feel good. And I'm healthy. I'm really super, super healthy. So anyhow, enough of all that mess. I'm going to go ahead and just move on real fast. Work is going well. We have a new interim dean, and he's asked me to go ahead and pick up some projects, and I'm volunteering to do some things for him that I wouldn't volunteer to do for anybody else. And as much as, it's just an opportunity for me to go ahead and kind of sort of move forward with the things that I'm truly interested in. As far as my tenure status, of course, now I'm starting into my 2nd year of full-time tenure status, tenure track, and so I can apply for tenure in 5 years. So yeah, it's 6 years, so I'm down 1 and I'm on 2, so I guess I can apply for tenure in 4 years. And anyways, and so to that end, most everybody who I've spoken to recently knows that I've just submitted 2 papers to the International Association of Business and Society conference coming up in Bath, UK in June. Thank you, Sharon Hunter-Rainey, for helping me with the one paper, and Yvonne Montiel out in California for helping me with the other. Sharon is a former colleague out in North Carolina, and Yvonne was on my dissertation committee down in McAllen, out in UT Pan Am. And so those papers are off. Hopefully we'll hear back in March to find out if we can go ahead and go. Additionally, I've got another paper that I submitted to Business and Society, and it was kicked back for revision, and that's due back in on the 31st of January, so long as I can write a whole new paper from scratch according to the one reviewer, and that's probably the thing that needs to happen. So I'm doing well with that, and if I can go ahead and knock out those 2, get the conference papers and get this paper in for publication sometime this year, I'll have knocked out the minimum of my tenure requirements, and then I can go ahead and move forward and go ahead and work on some other projects that will help me go ahead and move along a little bit faster and reach tenure status. I have to thank Mike Ritchie for helping me out with keeping me motivated in that direction. and there's really not much going on there. I'm, like I said, I'm working on trying to implement some social media into my classes, and more Facebook and more YouTube, and I'm trying to set those things up, and it's a little dicey at this point, but I want my students plugged in, and my whole focus is on them, whether they believe it or not, and so, you know, and I experience some difficult times with that, and sometimes I don't. Anyhow, so that's coming along okay. You know, I'm hoping that my teaching evaluations will rocket back up this semester where I need to be at, and then I can go ahead and keep them up. I finally settled on all the classes and how I want to teach them, and so that's been resolved for the most part. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else about work? No. Have an office. That's really cool. I have my own office for the first time ever, I think. And they get to call me doctor. How cool is that? You know, so thank you all for helping me get through school so I can be called Dr. Rod. And so I'm just going to wind it out really fast because it's just me and the dog and the cat. So Shadow, he's still hanging outside, and Diego is eating away, and they're doing really well. And nothing really going on with them. So Shadow is an interesting case. When we left McAllen, he was about 100 pounds. And last year when I started really working hard at walking him and picking up the pace on my own walks with him this past June, he has gone from 102 pounds I got him since 2000, I want to say since 2009. He went from 100 and some odd pounds, about 95 pounds in 2009, I think. And I've got him down to 78 pounds. So that poor guy, he's lost a lot of weight. And in the meantime, Diego continues to get fat. Anyways, so we're all doing really well here. And I just wanted to say thank you and say Merry Christmas. And thank you for, you know, spending 12 or 13 minutes of your time with me today so that I can all, you know, say hello to everybody. Not so much in person, but to everybody I haven't seen in a long time. My well wishes and love my well wishes to all of you, everybody here. I can speak, right? My well wishes to everybody that's listening. My well wishes to your loved ones. I'll continue to pray for those who need, who have reached out in that direction, and I'll continue to ask you to continue to pray for me. And so, anyhow, Merry Christmas, everybody, and have a wonderful and safe Happy New Year. And I will see you again some other time. Take care. Bye.